apple is very big, still very noisy, still very dirty, but altogether wonderful, yeah. Oh, yeah, remember the interview that I had with Daphne Grimaldi yesterday? Yeah, well, she's setting up another appointment for later on this morning. Yeah, but listen, Lily, the reason I called you is that I need to ask you a favor. Peter. Yeah. Tell him that I'm on the verge of the Le Soleil interview, yeah, for the magazine. And as soon as I do, then I will give him a call. Lily, listen, somebody's at the door. It's probably room service, so please do me the favor, okay? I have to go. Bye. Cass?
Would you like to tell me what you're up to?
I can't stop thinking about Perry. And I keep seeing him falling and lying there. It goes over and over in my mind, and it won't stop. And then I think about the funeral and all the people that love him. It's today, isn't it?
Yeah. It's, probably not gonna last that long. Why don't you pack while I'm gone? I'll be back to get you about 2 or 3.
Back to get me for what?
You're leaving, Vicky. Today.
Another world. This part is brought to you by pH Balance Secret. Strong enough for a man, but made for a woman.
It's a beautiful ring. It was his grandmother's. You told me it was Egyptian? I don't know too much about the history of it. But I know I love it. It's the last thing he ever gave to me. Perry. I remember the night he gave it to me, Mom. We were out by the lake. I'll never forget the look in his eyes. I remember thinking, this guy really loves me. You have some wonderful memories. And Paris. Ma, he was going to take me to Paris. Can you believe that? But that would have just been the beginning. We would have been married, Ma. I know it. Maybe not right away, maybe not for a few years, but one day we would have been husband and wife. Mr. and Mrs. Perry Hutchins. He was a very fine young man. He was generous. He was funny. He was sweet. I'm sure he felt the same way about you. Why didn't I ever tell him, Ma? I don't think I ever told him. Tell him what, honey? Oh, about the plans I had, the dreams I had for the two of us. I think he must have known. He was always so helpful to everybody. He always tried to see the good in everybody. Even his father.
That was a very tough time for Perry, the time with Carl.
You know, when I called the prison yesterday to tell his father, I found out that that's why Perry had left town so suddenly, to see him. You see, apparently Carl had been hurt. There was a riot or something at the prison, and Carl had tried to prevent the warden from being kidnapped.
Well, that was very brave of Carl. I guess even he has his moments.
And remember the time he risked everything to take me to the doctor that time after he'd kidnapped me and Rachel? He wasn't all that bad, Ma. I mean, he couldn't have been bad to have had a son like Perry.
I agree with you. Honey, just do me a favor. Don't mention Carl's name when Mac's around, okay?
I understand, Ma.
Well, come on, I guess we better get ready.
I love you, Ma.
Oh. I love you, too.
I guess you can never really say that enough, huh? Oh, Mom. Why did he have to go into that hayloft? Why was he there? God.
Hi, Charlie.
Hi.
I think I'll just take the paper today.
Okay. Enjoy.
Thanks a lot.
Bye-bye.
Oh, no.
I'm glad you'll be there today.
I always liked Perry.
I know everybody did. He was a great guy. Never really knew what people meant when they said a part of me died till last night.
Look, Molly, I know what you must be going through. I wish there was something I could say to help.
I don't think there's anything anyone can say.
No, I guess not.
Just having you here helps. I don't think I ever thanked you
For what?
for getting us to the hospital the night that it happened.
Anyway, that was the least I could do.
It really helped me having you there, and I was so upset I don't think I really said thank you.
I never noticed.
Well, I should have, and I'm sorry.
Don't think about it, okay? You look so pale.
I'm just tired. It's been kind of hard to sleep lately.
I can imagine.
Maybe I'll be able to get more rest after the funeral. It'll be easier to accept that Perry's gone once we all say goodbye to him. Right now, it doesn't really seem like he is, and I guess that makes it harder.
I understand.
The funeral's an end. It kind of helps us realize that somebody's really gone.
Look, Marley. I'm really sorry.
Me too.
I hate to see
Hello,
that.
Jake.
Jake, will you be driving with us?
No, I've got my car.
Fine, then we'll see you over there. Darling, are you about ready?
Bridget?
Yes, Mom?
We won't be here for dinner tonight, so don't prepare it. We're going to be leaving now. We'll be at the Corys.
Oh, yes, of course, I understand.
Shall we?
I parked my car out by the terrace. Do you mind if I take the back doors?
Of course not.
Yes, will you please give everybody my condolences, won't you?
Yes.
Now, Jeeg, we've got to talk.
Why didn't
going? Somebody tell me.
We were going to,
We
honey.
knew how much it would upset you, so we decided to wait, baby.
He was here in the hospital and he died, and nobody told me.
Don't get this upset.
But he was here. Maybe I could have helped.
Listen, Tom, please, think of yourself and the baby now, okay?
Carter, you gotta help me. You gotta tell me what happened.
Okay.
He fell?
Yes, he hit his head, but he didn't suffer, okay? He was unconscious, Thomasina. There was never any pain.
Why couldn't they help him?
Where's that
He
nurse?
was in a coma, okay? Nobody could do anything.
You know, today, and I won't even be able to be there.
Oh, baby,
if I'd have known, maybe I could have gone.
No, baby, you couldn't know.
Carter, why did this happen? He was so good. Why did this happen?
I'm gonna get her something to help her calm down.
Carter, hold me.
Come on.
Please,
I'm
hold
right here.
You're doing this on purpose, Kathy.
How did you find me?
Don't change the
You
subject.
probably hired a private detective or something.
Oh, right. Sam Spade had a free day. Give me a
I
break, would
wouldn't
you?
put it past you, Cass.
I called Corey, for whom you still work, and they gave me the name of this hotel.
All right, so you found me.
And now you're going to tell me what's going on.
I am not going to tell you anything.
What is this, some kind of a game? Make Cass look
Oh,
bad?
you play that much better than I do.
Why must you interfere in everything that I do?
You know, that is another game you excel at, paranoia.
All right, what were you doing at Daphne Grimaldi's?
Maybe I need a career change.
Your present career is only a month old.
No, it's not.
2 months tops.
So?
So you're obviously only interested in this job because I am. Go on, admit it.
For your information, I didn't even know you were up for this job.
Oh, yeah, right.
I didn't, and even if I did, it wouldn't have stopped me. Long gone are the days that I would be worrying about your feelings.
As if you ever did. Why are you doing this? You have a job, it pays you well, you have power. Isn't that enough?
No, it's not. Haven't you ever heard of being happy with your work, satisfied?
Oh, spare me the homilies, Kathleen. I know you better than that.
No, you don't. You don't know me at all. You never asked me what I want from life. You just assumed that you could call all the shots. Well, I am here to tell you that you've got the wrong number, bub.
Stick to the subject, bub. Why this job? Are you so sure that this is going to satisfy you and make you happy?
No, I'm not sure.
All right, then you're obviously working on an angle here.
You know, you are also champion at how to miss the point.
What is the point?
None of your business.
Yeah. Well, in a couple of hours, it won't be any of your business either.
Oh, really?
Oh, yes, really. I'm taking a meeting with Daphne today. We have a couple of contractual things to iron out, and then it'll all be wrapped up.
Oh? Well, I didn't know that.
You're looking at the new director of Le Soleil USA. Hey, hey, hey.
Well, I guess that's that.
That is that.
There's really nothing more to say except, good luck, Cass.
Thank you.
I know you'd be very, very good at the job. And really, Cass, if I had known that you were up for this job, I wouldn't have interfered at all.
Oh. Well, don't be too hard on yourself. I mean, there's no harm in trying.
Actually, I think Daphne is very lucky.
Well, thank you. Thank you. So do I.
Well, I guess you'd better get on with your meeting, huh?
Yes.
Oh, your tie's a bit crooked.
Oh, is there a mirror around?
Yeah, I think there's one in the bedroom.
Thank you.
Not again. Kathleen!
You're not gonna get away with it, Kathleen! Hey, Kathleen!
When
It hurts
I
so
know,
bad,
darling, I
Matt.
know that. And there's just no way of stopping that. I've never found any way to deal with it. Except just go on hurting. But I'll tell you something. What's happened to me when I've lost someone that I've loved, after a time, I only remember the very best things about them, the very best times we ever had together. And I carry those memories around with me like kind of like a warm blanket. And when I'm down and out, I just pull that blanket around me. And somehow my life, it comes into focus. You know, I get my priorities straight, and I know what's really, truly meaningful for me then.
Yeah. Like last night. I couldn't get to sleep. And I just lay there thinking. And I thought, whenever I really need Perry, I can just reach out and he'll be there for me.
All right. He will be there for you.
I'll never forget him, Mac.
No, my darling, none of us will.
Well, everybody ready?
Hey, Ma, what will you remember most about Perry?
Well, I remember a lot of things. He had a good sense of humor. That's important. He was kind, smart, very handsome. Most of all, I remember that he loved you. I'll never forget him for that.
Oh,
All right, sweet.
it's so...
All right.
How's Victoria?
She's not doing real well. She's taking it pretty hard.
Oh, wish I could be with her.
Yeah, she's feeling like it's all her fault.
Well, yes, I know. And now that this young man is gone, I mean, she must be beside herself.
What about Marley?
Well, you saw her yourself.
Bridget, she looks so pale.
Well, why wouldn't she look pale, for heaven's sakes? She hasn't closed her eyes since this accident happened.
Things aren't working out like we planned, are they?
No. I mean, everything just seemed to get out of hand.
It seemed like it was going to be so easy. I mean, coming here, having Victoria take Marley's place.
Yes, I know, but things came up that we couldn't know about.
Bridget,
and now this terrible accident.
It's all different. It's not like we planned. I mean, Victoria, the way she acts with Marley, it's not like we planned.
Well, of course not. They're identical twins, for heaven's sakes. You can't predict what she's going to do. Oh, dear, it's all my fault. Now, you know it is. No, wait a minute. I mean, when you first came to me with this plan, I should have told you both you were crazy.
It's no one's fault, Bridget.
I never wanted this to happen.
But it did, and we have to deal with it.
What do you mean?
I mean, the plan is off. I'm putting Victoria on the bus home tonight.
Thank you for rearranging things so you could come.
Perry was a good man, Mac. This will be hard for me as well. Are we all here?
Anytime you're ready.
Ladies and gentlemen, would you take your seats, please? We are gathered here to say goodbye to Perry Hutchins, our loving and beloved friend. We send him today to God, for that is where he is. And since God is in each and every one of us, he hasn't left, nor will he ever really leave. We, each and every one of us, were touched by Perry in some way, unforgettably. And that is the mark of the man.
Stay tuned for the next part of Another World. And now, the next part of Another World.
Miss McKinney. Kathleen, please, do you have a minute, Miss Grimaldi?
Well...
I was up all night. I couldn't stop thinking about Le Soleil.
Really?
Yes, I have all these ideas. They just kept popping into my head, and I'd love to run a couple by you to see what you think. It won't take long.
Well, actually, I did have some appointment right now, but Since he hasn't shown up yet, why don't we start and see how far we can get?
Terrific.
I'm here.
When'd you get back?
I never left.
About the funeral.
I think Perry would understand why I couldn't be there. How could I leave the one I love when she's having a hard time going anywhere, and I mean anywhere?
I'm glad you stayed.
I'm your husband, remember?
I love you.
Feel better now? You frightened me.
I'm sorry I took it so hard.
Hey, you had every right to take it hard.
I guess being forced to stay in this bed makes you kind of crazy. And Perry was so special.
You don't have to tell me. I loved him too.
I really wish there was some way I could have gone to the funeral.
Tom, you have to protect yourself and the baby, okay? Maisie said she'd come by with a flower, and Quinn said she'd sign our names in the book.
You know, it's strange. I used to think the hardest thing you'd ever have to do would be to say hello to someone you wanted to get to know. And now I realize that saying goodbye to someone you really love is much, much worse.
We laugh, we cry, and we reason. And sometimes we are capable of love. And Perry knew that. And I think that because he did, he was freer to give of himself more than most. And what he gave is evidenced in the faces of his friends who have gathered here. We won't forget him. We can't forget him. For he is with us and will be with us forever. I'm going to honor his life with my memories. Perhaps we can all do that. Thank you.
Thank you so much. It was a beautiful scene.
It was a lovely scene. Thank you. Mac.
Hello, Mr. Hutchins.
Hello, Nancy.
I'm so sorry.
I know you are. So am I.
What was the nicest thing the minister said, wasn't it?
Hmm?
It still hurts, though.
Perry came to see me a few days ago.
I know.
It was a good last visit. We talked about you. See, you're wearing my mother's ring.
Oh, yes. I know it's been in your family a long time. I should give it back to you.
No, no. That's yours now. I'd like you to keep it. It meant so much to Perry to give it. He loved you, Nancy.
I loved you so much. I can't believe they let him out.
He doesn't look well.
They can't do that, though, Peter, can they? Doesn't he have to finish the rest of his sentence?
He told me all about Paris, and I was I was going to contact a few friends there, have them look out for you.
Well, that would have been nice. Thank you.
Yes. But if you decide to go, just let me know. They loved Perry, and I'm sure they'll love you, too.
Thank you very much.
I should go get her.
I'll do it, Ada. Carl?
Hello, Mac.
He was as fine a man as I ever knew.
I couldn't agree more.
We're leaving, Nancy.
Thank you, Nancy. Thank you.
Who is that man?
Perry's father. Shall we go? Rachel?
Yes.
Now, please take me to my son.
Interesting. Very interesting. Well, it's just some ideas that I had. May I keep these?
They're yours. Your appointment, I wonder what happened to him.
I don't know.
It's strange that he didn't even call.
Yes.
You know, some people have no regard for other people's time. It's so unprofessional.
Actually, this has been a blessing in disguise. It's given us a chance to get better acquainted, and for me, a chance to look at these, which I must say are very impressive.
Thank you.
You're very creative, Kathleen.
Well, I don't think an interview is a time for false modesty. Yes, I am very creative.
And you have a drive.
Well, I do subscribe to the go-get-it theory, yes.
And with your managerial experience, you're a prime candidate.
I'm glad to hear that.
This may be my appointment now.
Daphne, I am terribly sorry.
Come in, dearest.
No one knows where Felicia is, Peter.
Wasn't she in New York?
No, apparently she went someplace upstate and didn't leave a number where she could be reached.
That's too bad. She'll be very upset. She and Perry were very close.
Well, Mac left word at the office that if she were to call in, she's supposed to call over here.
Good. How are you holding up?
Okay, I guess. The sermon really helped. Now we get to all share here.
There's a lot to share.
Especially for you, I imagine. Marley and Donna and your family. And Mr. Hutchins. Did you see him at the funeral?
Yes.
Well, did you get a chance to talk to him?
No.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Nancy?
Oh, Marley. I know. I remember the first day Perry came to work for me. Oh, that's right. You gave him a job when he first came to town. He was pretty much a disaster. He knew all about machinery, but he was never cut out to be a construction worker.
He sure could find his way around a kitchen, though.
He was about as nice a guy as I've ever met.
Me too. How's Thomasina doing?
Much better.
Well, Nancy tells me she has to take it easy.
Very easy. Any strain, any upset, that could be very dangerous. I'm trying to get Carter to relax and stop putting pressure on the two of them.
Well, Carter's a good man. He's probably just nervous about being a new daddy.
It's part of it. He's worried about money. And so, he puts a strain on the two of them.
Well, it's a hard-working son-in-law you got.
Yeah, but it's too much pressure he puts on Thomasina. Anyway, we'll work it out.
Yeah.
Nancy's holding up so well.
Harry was her first love. It's an awful lot for her to have to handle. It's just not fair. Something like this should happen to somebody so young.
He could have been my son, Marley, and I wish he had been.
He knew that. He thought the world of you.
And of you. He was so protective of you, as if you were his little sister.
What'll I do without him?
You won't be without him. As the minister said, he'll be with us, always.
Marley, I didn't get a chance to talk to you at the service.
Hello, Quinn.
Hi.
Take my place. I want to check on the children.
Thanks, Mac.
Okay.
I'm doing all right, thanks.
Mac, thank you so much for giving us this gathering. It's very kind.
Well, so many of Perry's friends are our friends. It's a comfort to remember him with them. Talking about him, the times we laughed, the times we cried. It's a help.
Yes, the laughing. Perry would love the laughing.
We're better people because of knowing him.
Much better.
I want to check on our children. Would you excuse me?
Oh, I also wanted to thank you again for giving me such wonderful advice at dinner the other night.
Oh, it was little enough.
Well, it was so kind of you just to give me some of your time.
You're more than welcome, Donna.
Perhaps we'll talk later.
Right. Excuse me. Can I get you anything?
No, thank you.
I'm going to check on the children.
When were you at dinner with my husband?
Rachel, I'd really like to apologize for the way I was talking at the beauty parlor the other day.
I asked you a question.
It was unforgivable.
Well, from what I gather, I really am from the other side of the tracks, and since you seem to believe in all that sort
No, I don't. I was just talking.
I would really like to know about the dinner you had with Matt.
What do you want to know?
When was it?
It was a couple of nights ago, but it wasn't what you think.
What do you think I think?
I don't know. But it was just a business dinner. I needed to discuss my financial affairs with Mac.
Your financial affairs?
Yes, he was giving me advice on what I could do with my money.
Well, I guess if you live in separate houses, you've got to expect this sort of thing.
Rachel, I'm sure that you will find a way to work this out.
Maybe. Why do I get the feeling that you hope we don't?
I do. Rachel, please, I know this is a very trying time for you, but it's also a very difficult time for me. Perry was very close to me, and I'm not up to arguing with you at the moment. I just want what is best. So if you'll excuse me.
What is best for Donna Love?
How you doing?
Okay. Not so good, Ma.
It'll hurt. There's no way around it.
It'll get better with time. That's what everybody keeps telling me.
They're right. Maybe not tomorrow or the next day. Next week. Next month. Time. I've lost people I love. I thought it would never stop hurting. But it got less. I never forgot, but the pain got less.
I just hope he knows how much I love him, Ma.
He knew. Oh, honey, he knew.
Wherever you are, Perry.
Fancy meeting you here,
It's a small world.
isn't it?
You were saying, Kaz,
Pardon me?
the reason you were detained.
Well, I don't believe in making excuses. Being late was totally my fault. I just hope you can forgive me.
My experience in New York is that these things can happen quite often.
Well, thank you. It's very gracious of you to say that.
You know, I've had the very same experience in New York. It's so annoying, isn't it?
Infuriating is the word.
Well, I guess I'd better get going. I have an appointment and I don't want to be late. Goodbye, Miss Grimaldi. See you, Cass.
Yes, you will. I hope I didn't inconvenience you.
Oh, no, that's all right, Kaz.
Good.
But I'm afraid I'm going to have to go back on my word.
What do you mean?
Well, I realize I promised you a decision by this afternoon, but now some new information has entered the picture.
I see.
Which means I will have to postpone my decision until tomorrow. I'm sorry.
No problem.
I hope you'll be able to wait.
Stay tuned for the conclusion of Another World.
I want this job, Lil. I mean, I really want it. Well, you bet I'm gonna get it. Well, yeah, there's competition. Very little. It's nothing that I can't handle. Yeah.
I'm all finished here, lady.
Oh, Lily, I have to go. Yeah, as soon as I hear anything, I'll let you... Thank you. Bye. Hold on a second, I'll get you something.
Well, you know the door's gonna be on your final bill.
You know something? It was worth it. Here you go.
Gee, thanks.
You're very welcome. Have a good day.
Yeah. Excuse me.
I hope you're satisfied.
Very.
I also hope that you realize if you were a man, I'd knock your block off.
You didn't get it, did you?
It's just a matter of time. And when I do get it, I trust you won't expect me to be a gracious winner.
Well, you can trust the same from here, but I have to tell you, Cass, that job is mine.
Wrong, Kathleen. Totally wrong. When it comes down to crunch time and a company's making a big move like this, they always hire a man.
Is that so?
For one thing, we can always break down doors when necessary.
That must be the only thing on your resume.
Why do you want this job? Really?
Because it's there.
Okay. You may have won the first battle, but it's not over till it's over. And if this is the way you want to play it, Kathleen, then get ready.
I just wanted to tell you that I'm putting Cass Winthrop on hold. I may have found someone more suitable for our purposes.
The funeral was beautiful, Thomasina. Perry would have been proud.
Oh, I really wish we could have been there.
Sweetheart, I'm sure everybody understood.
Of course they did. And Grant and Quinn, they explained. Doesn't mean we didn't miss you, though.
Will you give Nancy my love and tell her I'm so sorry?
Sure. But you can do it yourself. You'll be out of here soon, right?
Shouldn't be more than a couple of days.
Excuse me, darling. Are you about ready to leave? Just 1 minute.
Carter, hello.
Hi.
Hello. Thomasina, how are you feeling?
Fine, thank you.
Good. I'll be waiting.
Whoa. You all right?
Yeah, I'm fine. Just a little tired. I haven't been sleeping very much.
You go home and get some rest now.
Oh, yes, sir, Dr. Todd. Take care, Thomasina.
Thanks for coming by.
I'll see you. Bye, Carter.
Take care, sweet.
Yes, I understand completely.
Well, Perry's injury was massive. The staff did everything they could.
I know. It was obviously a hopeless situation.
Donna?
Marley?
Are you all right, darling? I'm just feeling really strange all of a sudden. Doctor,
What's the matter here?
come on, sit down.
Let's get a seat here. Nurse, can I get a wheelchair here? Come on, let's sit down.
Oh, is that better? Yes, a little.
Listen, Marley, I'm going to want to take you downstairs so I can get a better look at this.
No. No, really, I think I'm fine. You let the doctor be the judge of that. I want you to examine her immediately.
I'll take care of this.
Donna, I'm coming with you. How was it?
It was sad.
There are a lot of people there?
Barry was a popular guy. You ready to go? I'll give you a drive down to the bus station in Ogden. Marty doesn't know anybody there. And, we'll send Bridget for you in a couple weeks. I'll try to hook up with both you and Jonestown, a couple weeks after that. Where's your suitcase? Your pack. You gotta be out of here in a half hour.
I'm not going. I'm not going. The plan is still on. I'm not giving up.
This part of Another World was brought to you by new personalized Cam-A. For skin that's dry, normal, or oily, Cam-A is now personalized care for beautiful skin. Join us each weekday at this time for the continuing story of Another World.